Hi, welcome to my guitar tutorial. I'm calling this Comping Chords Modal Pentatonics with Octaves. So this is a guitar tutorial. So this is a part of my ongoing series, 84 combinations, the 12 keys, 7 modes. This is part 6. So below the description, I have some different resource materials. I have the iReal Pro format you can download on your iOS device, or I think it works on a computer also. I have the chord chart that also has the parent keys. So for example, if I'm doing C Phrygian, that's from the key of A flat. And then I also will have a link to the modal pentatonics. There'll be 4 sheets in the key of C. So all the different modal pentatonics that I was playing in octaves, those would all be shown in those diagrams. Okay, so I just thought for today I would just try to change things up. As anybody who follows my my channel knows that I like to, do different kinds of topics and not always do the same thing. So now I brought my 7-string guitar out. I won't be using the 7-string today. There's not really any particular reason. And I thought, I do a lot of chords, chord melody things. You can see that in my chord melody solo guitar playlist. So I thought, maybe I'll just do some basic chords. I'm not trying to get too fancy here with the chords. Just some basic nuts and bolts that you can use for your own comping if you accompany a sax player, trumpet player, singer, or whatever. Okay, so I'll just kind of jump right into the chord voicings that I use. I just go line by line. So F Ionian, F major 9, F major 7. So the way I broke up the intro was I did root 4 chords, stopped, root 5 chords, then I did modal pentatonics, root 4, and then modal pentatonics, root 3. So I'll try to get through all that stuff just one by one. Okay, so F major 9, F, A, C, G. And then here, what I'm mostly doing is I'm just kind of I'm assigning one finger per string, thumb, index, middle, ring. I also don't have nails. That's just something that was a decision I chose many, many years ago. So I don't play with nails. Okay, and then the next chord is F, C, E, A. All right, so then I also chose this Latin Brazil. This is Bossa Acoustic from iReal Pro. I think the default is like 140. That was a little too fast for me, so I put this at 110. And I thought that this one sounded a little bit better. The chord voicings of whatever MIDI instrument they're using worked a little bit better. Okay, so I was just kind of going like that. Okay, F sharp minor 7 to G sharp minor 7. I'm just kind of using this bar across here, and then G sharp minor 7. And then I'm a big fan of using the pentatonic chords. So then I use this chord B, E, E, A. So if you think about these chords, you have F sharp minor pentatonic, and then G sharp minor pentatonic. So then if you're playing this, so this would be like a Dorian vamp, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor pentatonic, G sharp minor pentatonic. Now in the opening intro, I think I kept it a little bit easier. I don't think I did this one. Maybe I'll just quickly. That's kind of an interesting sound. Maybe I'll just put that on briefly, and I'll just kind of show you how you can do a little bit more than what I did in the intro. So depending on what your soloist was doing, you might want to be that busy, or maybe not so much. Okay. So then for the the Lydian, so G flat major 9, so that's that same voicing, G flat, B flat, D flat, A flat, and then what interesting happens here? It's an A flat triad with a G flat bass. It kind of looks like an A flat 7 chord. So here it's not functioning as an A flat 7. It's just kind of functioning as a Lydian type chord. Okay. And now next one, G half diminished, G B flat, D flat, F, and then I think all I did here was I just added that 4. That's kind of a cool sound. It works almost all the time. And I think I went up to the next inversion, so G B flat, D flat, F. And then I added that E flat. So I talked about this in other videos where the G half diminished, you can kind of almost think of it as an E, so some kind of E flat chord. So you can add, and then here I'm just adding like that E flat to that chord. Okay, so it's okay, moving right along. So next thing you have G flat major 9, G flat, B flat, D flat, A flat, and then just a G flat major 7 chord. Okay. Right, and then I'll point out again, so these 84 combinations that I've been going through, these are all selected randomly with those cards. Yes, so I forgot to mention that. So those cards will be linked below. You can print those out and cut out little cards for yourself, and you can make up your own progressions. Okay, so that's how that one is. Okay, so then what? F half diminished, F A flat, B flat, E flat, and I think I did the same thing here, adding the 4 there, and then I went to this inversion here, F, A flat, C flat, E flat, and then I did the same thing. I just added the D flat note on top. Okay, so then, okay, now I did an interesting thing here. So if you know I think this is in memory of Elizabeth Reed. The Allman Brothers do a device like this. Now I'm not remembering it exactly, but it's something like, okay, so C minor 7, just bar across there, then D flat major 7, D flat F, A flat C. So that's going to be C Frisian. So okay, so then you could also go to this version, A flat, D flat, F, C. So that's a D flat major 7 chord. I think what the Allman Brothers do, I think they're like doing like something like that. So like B minor 7th, C major 7th, B minor 7th, to A minor, and it's like more. They use it more like a Dorian sound. Okay, I don't want to get off on too much of a tangent there. Okay, so C minor. So I was going C minor 7th, D flat major 7th, C minor 7th to just a different inversion there. Okay, maybe I'll just kind of play with that a little bit. Okay, so the next, see what next I'm moving along would be, see C major. No, okay, so here you have that same device, C, E, G, D, and then you have the D triad with the C. So it looks like a D7 chord, but your root here is the C. You kind of hear it like that. Okay, so then here a B minor. Okay, so the B minor 7th to C major 7th. Yeah, that would be kind of like the chords from Allman Brothers and Elizabeth Reed. So B minor 7th, C E G B, B minor 7th barring, and then G C E. That's a C major 7, or you can think of it as A minor 9 too. So. Okay. And then moving, okay, so then minor 7 flat 5, or half diminished, F sharp minor 7 flat 5, adding the B note, and then I think I went up to this next inversion, is F sharp A, C, E, and I added the D note. Okay. Then for the, okay, so the B flat 9 sus, I think I've talked about this in my other tutorials in this series. So B flat 9 sus is essentially just an F minor 7th chord, F, A flat, C, E flat. So there's a different inversion, and then I did like either 9, B flat 7, or I added the 9 or subtracted the 9. So right. So when you're reading a chord chart or like a real book or whatever, don't think of anything literally. So in this chord chart here, I have B flat 9 sus to B flat 9, but you can very easily just think of that as B flat 7 sus. Okay. Add the 9. Yeah, maybe I'll just do that a little bit with the recording here, so you can kind of hear that sound. So I'll kind of go sus on the B flat 7, sus on the B flat 9, and just kind of play around with that a little bit. You can do with that. Okay, and then the last one on this, so this would be B flat minor 7 to C minor 7, just that simple bar chord, and then you also have this device, Dorian, so you have B flat minor pentatonic to C minor pentatonic. And I've done a lot of videos like this, and if you watch my chord melody ideas, I use these pentatonic chords a lot. So B flat minor pentatonic, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. Can be used interchangeably, and then C minor, C, F, B flat, E flat. Sounds cool. I'll just do a little bit with that before I go to the next string set. The idea there. Okay, so the next thing I did was I did root 5 because I thought that was good for comping. And what I chose to do there when I was getting ready for this video, I was playing some of the chords lower. So if you were the only guitar player, maybe you would want to play the chords lower. If you're if there's no bass player, or if there's a bass player, just kind of stay out of his way, his or her way. But what I chose to do is I chose to voice the chords up here, just because it sounded like it fit a little bit better with the keyboard on the recording. Okay, so F major 9, F E. So F, A, E, G, kind of a nice voicing, and then just the standard F, C, E, A. So that's just a very nice sound, in this kind of Latin sound. Okay, so then I think what I did here, F sharp, A, C, E, C sharp, E, and G sharp minor 7, just standard voicing. I chose to go up to an A major 7th chord, A, C sharp, E, G sharp. So that's kind of a good thing to do in place of the minor pentatonic. So I think that's all I really did with that one. Okay, then for the so this is kind of slick. So the G sharp major 9, G flat, B flat, D, F, and then A flat. So when you go to this A flat over G flat, all you do is just switch those middle 2 fingers. So there's your A flat, try A flat, C, E flat, and then you got your G flat below. So kind of a slick device. That's all I did with that. Okay, so then for the G half diminished. So here's your same chord voicing. So I've talked about this where you want to learn equivalencies on the guitar. So G, B flat, D flat, F. That chord is equivalent to this, G, B flat, D flat, F. And then this device here, adding the C note. Right, so if you bar here, you can add the C note. Then I think what I did here, I'm trying to think, what did I do here? Oh yeah, so this was something I actually discovered recently. So I just moved my fingers over and I added this E flat note on top here. That was kind of interesting. Then I don't know if I don't think I added that note. Then I also went down to this kind of more unusual chord voicing. So this is F, A flat, C flat, F. So that's just another inversion of that chord. Okay, I think that's all I did there. Okay, so then G flat major 7, G, B flat, F, A flat, 2. Okay, and so those 2, and then I went to F major. So this is the same as the G. So F, A flat, C flat, E flat. So you can go up to here, add the B flat, or you can bar your pinky there, and then just kind of move your fingers over to add that D flat note. Or I think I also went down to this inversion here, F, A flat, C flat, E flat. I thought that sounded kind of interesting. Okay, so that's the F. Okay, then for the C minor to D flat. So I could have come down to here. So depending on what else I was doing, if I was in a gig situation and let's say I was accompanying a singer, I would probably play it down here. But in this situation, I just decided to come up there, C, G, B flat, E flat, and then to D flat major 7, D, F, A flat, C. That's all I did with that one. Okay, then C. Okay, and then once again, rather than that's that same device from before. So the C, E, B, D. You're just moving those inner 2 fingers. Okay, and I just decided to do the same thing, octave higher. C, E, G, B, D. Now, interesting thing about this guitar, because it has a longer scale length. It's got like a Strat scale. So these chords are a little bit easier to play up here. So it's kind of fun. I actually enjoy playing this guitar better for this type of playing than the Ibanez, because the Ibanez has like a shorter scale length. Okay, and I think I just decided to stay up here. So B minor 7 to C major 7. Same, just standard chord voicings. Now, I am doing something kind of subtle here. So part of what I think the difference between somebody who's a player and a teacher, because I spent so many years teaching, I think I have a particular skill that I can sort of notice things that maybe a player wouldn't notice. They just kind of do it. So, for example, here, I'm not just doing a bar chord. I'm doing what's called a hinge bar. So I'm not barring flat here. So all I'm really doing is I'm just getting the B and A, F sharp and D. So I have my finger up. So, right. So if I wanted to add that E, I can do that, or I can close the bar and add the F sharp on top. Right, so that's just a little devil in the detail, where just from years and years of teaching and having to deconstruct my playing and show students, there's a good example of a detail that you might not get, or you might not get from just watching somebody play. Okay, that's B. So I did the same thing up here. Okay, so then here the F sharp minor 7 flat 5, F sharp A C E. I just added the B note there, and I think I might have done this voicing here too. F sharp A C E. Right. So then one of the devices that I find really helpful is, like, especially if you're playing with a bass player, sometimes it's helpful to maybe not play the note with the thumb. So just play that and let the bass player, and then the same thing with this voicing here, just play A C F sharp, and then let the bass player get the root note. Okay, so then for here, I'm just using B flat, E flat, A flat, C. So just barring right across, and then just going B flat, D, A flat. So I was just doing that. So notice what that is. If you look at that, that's F minor pentatonic. Right? So right, so to my mind then, so then if I'm playing over that B flat 9 sus to B flat, I can use F minor pentatonic chords and then resolve there. So I didn't do that in the tutorial, but in the intro, maybe I'll just do that a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of freely pull out chord voicings from F minor pentatonic, and then I'll just resolve to the B flat 9 chord. Let's see what that's going to sound like. Okay, so notice what I did there. So there I went F minor pentatonic, and then I didn't use the B flat in the middle. I just used the top part of it, which is D minor 7 flat 5. Okay, and then the last one on there is going to be that sort of Dorian sound, B flat minor 7th. Oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong spot. So B flat minor 7th to C minor 7. So I went B flat minor 7 standard with the hinge bar, C minor 7, and then I went to D flat F, A flat C. Okay, that just should give you a lot of interesting, basic ideas, but things that you can work with. Okay, so now for the octave section, just refer to the modal pentatonics on the sheets that I have provided. So what I decided to do as I was getting ready for this, I couldn't decide if I wanted to play kind of plucking the octaves or if I wanted to do the westing. So I thought, well, let me just do both. So depending on what I was doing, sometimes I did the westing with the thumb, and sometimes I plucked, and I just kind of listened for what I thought sounded good. Okay, so I'll just kind of briefly go through this. So F major 7 for the first one, E F, A B flat C. And once again, I'll do the technique that I do where I say the note names ascending but not descending. Okay, F sharp minor to G sharp minor, I just use F sharp minor pentatonic. E F sharp, A B C sharp. And then obviously you can throw in the flatted fifth. Okay. Okay, next one, G flat. So this is going to be Lydian. So it's F G flat, B flat, C D flat. So if you look on the key of C sheet, this would be analogous to the F Lydian, E F A B C, because the Lydian would have the raised 4. Okay. All right, so then we've got G minor 7 flat 5 modal pentatonic, F G C D E flat. Yeah, I like that sound a lot. That sounds really good over like a dominant 7th chord. So G minor 7 flat 5, say over an E flat, like if you're playing blues in B flat. So you got there's your E flat chord. So let me go. Something like that. All right, so that's that. Okay, so then okay, G flat. So 9. So that's going to be just G flat Ionian. So F G flat, B flat, B flat, C flat, D flat for the G flat major 7 chord. Okay, F half diminished. So you can play it here: E flat F, A flat, B flat, C flat, or you can play it up here. But I just chose to play everything in octaves because I thought it sounded more interesting. So, and then if you're thinking of these modal pentatonics on these middle strings, the beauty of this is your fingering is all the same. The one, the stretch fingering. All right. Okay. So then C minor to D flat 7, I decided to do C minor pentatonic. So B flat C, E flat F G. Right, and then once again, you can throw in that flat note. Maybe I'll just mess with that a little bit. So C minor pentatonic, I'm playing that over the C minor 7th to D flat. Okay. So that's I was kind of using that. Wes does that kind of technique where he's strumming up and down, and then he'll like go, kind of go back and forth between those notes. Okay, next one's going to be C major 9. So this is going to be here B C, E F sharp G. So that's the Lydian again. Okay, now B minor 7, C major 7. So A B D E F sharp. Okay, and then you can throw in that one. Okay, F sharp minor 7 flat 5. I don't remember where if I played it up here or there. So E F sharp, A B C sharp, A B C. So that once again, that's F sharp minor 7. So that would work really good if you're doing like say blues in G, and let's say you're going to the 5 chord. And so on. Okay, B flat 9. So it's basically just playing A B flat major 7, A flat B flat D E flat F. Okay, and then last but not least on this one, B flat minor 7 to C. I'm just using B flat minor pentatonic. A flat B flat D flat E flat F. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and do, so this is going to be root 3. So I haven't covered these very much in my last couple tutorials, but this is all on the sheets. If you just look below the video, the description, the modal pentatonics, I have them all written out in the key of C, and then you just have to transpose them. So F, so this is, I'm just going backwards, E, F, E, C, B, A. So that's going to be for the F major 7 chord. So that's Lydian. Okay, then for F sharp minor 7, F sharp minor pentatonic, F sharp E, C sharp B, A. And then your blues note is in the middle there. Okay, G flat major 7. So that's going to be Lydian again. So G flat F, D flat C. Okay, so then the G, this one's a little bit harder to see. So G half diminished, G F, D flat C, B flat. Okay, that's that one. Okay, so G flat major, that's going to be just Ionian. G flat F, D flat C flat, B flat, G flat. Okay, then F half diminished, F, E flat, C flat, B flat, A flat. Okay. Okay, then for the C minor, so I think I went down to here. I think I like that sound, the lower sound. Sometimes I don't like the way that sounds. Sometimes it sounds too tinny to me. That's a little bit throatier. So C minor pentatonic, C, B flat, G, F, E flat, as opposed to there's a different sound. Okay, okay, then C. So this would be C Lydian, C, B, G, F sharp, E. Okay, and then a B minor. I think for the B minor, I think I might have gone both places. So B minor pentatonic, B, A, F sharp, E, D. So now if you're playing the West, it'd be hard to get that without a lot of muting. So B minor. Okay, so F sharp minor 7, flat 5, F sharp, E, C, B, A. Okay, then 2 more. So B flat. So that's going to be, I think I went up to here. So B flat, A flat, F, E flat, D. And I think I also threw in the chromatic there. So I didn't do much with chromatics today, but anytime, any 2 chord tones. So let's say if I'm on this B flat, maybe I'll do a little bit with that. So I'll talk a little bit about chromatics here. So B flat, A flat. So that's the basic scale. So then chromatic there, and then between the 3rd and 5th. I think I just play a couple licks out of there. So you can see how there's a lot of different ways you can look at that. Chromatic there, chromatic down. Okay. And then for B flat, so I guess for the B flat, I think I might have kind of gone up to here. So B flat, A flat, F, E flat, D flat. Okay. All right. So that's everything I covered in the intro, and that was all I really had planned for today. So comping chords, modal pentatonics with octaves. So I guess I'll just maybe do an ending improvisation. Didn't really plan anything here. I think for giggles, I'll just play through some single note stuff. I was practicing this a little bit a couple days ago, so I'll see what I can come up with here. So have fun learning these comping chords and apply them to your own playing. And then the octaves are always fun to play. They kind of sound like Wes Montgomery. At some point, I might get rid of my pick. Okay, we'll do like 2 times through, improvising around this progression. And thanks for listening and watching.